Welcome back to What You Mean Films, and this is our first prediction of the 2020 season. I didn't do one last week, had a lot going on, but we're going to have to get this cracking. So the first game we're going to do is Jacksonville versus Tennessee. They're both 1-1. They played Sunday, 12 noon or 1 o'clock, depending on where you at. I see Tennessee getting this one. Okay, Jacksonville, they did do pretty good versus the Colts, but the Colts were just coming together. They got Phillip Rivers at quarterback. So I'm seeing Tennessee with the first game. Second game, we're going to go to Tampa Bay versus the Carolina Panthers. They are both 0-1. But, I think we all just think that Tampa Bay is just an overall better team than Carolina. They lost Luke Kuechly. They don't have Cam Newton. They have Teddy Two Gloves out there with them and run CMC, but I just don't see that team doing much with Tampa Bay. They're going to bounce back this week. They kind of got embarrassed last week. It was supposed to be the grand opening of this amazing team, and they ended up losing to the Saints pretty convincingly. Now we're going to get to Denver versus Pittsburgh. Denver, they just played Monday, so they got a bit of a short week. Playing versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, we know that defense is for real. Big Ben's back. Juju Smith-Schuster's out there. And I'm seeing... Got to go with Pitt, man. Not much of a leap on that one, but I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh. Next game, we got the Rams versus the Eagles. Now, this game is a little tricky to me because the Rams did such a good job versus the Cowboys, and I feel like the Cowboys have an amazing roster, but for some reason they never make nothing shake. But Philly... I just had all the faith in the world that they're going to win last week versus Washington. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams. I just feel like they just have more consistency right now. The Eagles always seem to have somebody hurt. So they can't hold up. Carson Wentz, he just stays in the pocket a little too long, and I'll take the Rams. Next game we got is the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. I'm taking the 49ers. I'm not even going to sit there and go over that one. The Jets are they're just aggressively just disappointing. I don't even know what the 49ers lost last week versus the Cardinals, but I think most people, the general consensus is they're going to be a real team to deal with this year. They got D-Hop, they got Kyler Murray, they got Chase Edmonds, they got Kenyon Drake in the backfield, they got Buda Baker, Patty P, they got the other corner, I can't think of his name, but they got a decent little defense, man. Chandler Jones on that D-line. They're gonna make something shake this year. We'll see. That's a tough division, but they're gonna make something shake. Next game we got a division rival game. We got the Buffalo versus Miami. Whew. I think Buffalo's gonna get away with this one. Miami, yes, they did a few acquisitions, but with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, I just don't see nothing happening. He's gonna have his highs and his lows, but his highs are high and his lows are low. So unless he just brings out one of them Fitzmagic games, I think Buffalo will lock him up real quick. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they'll get it done. Next game we got Minnesota versus Indy. Now Indy was rocking with Uncle Phil last week, and Minnesota was going against my Packers. Now, Minnesota did show that they could score 28 points in the fourth quarter. Now, they were coming back, and the Packers were being a little silly on defense. But I think Mike Zimmer and them boys going to Indy and make it shake because Indianapolis did lose the number one back, Marlon Mack. They do have Hines, and they do have that young boy out of cannot think of his name. The rookie running back. He's going to be nice. So, if you play fantasy football, you might want to pick him up. I cannot think of his name right now, but probably should get him. Green Bay versus Detroit. Now, obviously, I'm a Packers fan. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers, but there's a few reasons why I'm going to do that. Desmond Trufant, the new acquisition out of Atlanta, he's hurt. Their starting running back is Adrian Peterson, of which I'm terrified of, but he is older. He's going to get his yards, but I just don't see him just going crazy on his eyes. Could be wrong, but I just don't see it. I hope not. The number one receiver is hurt. Galladay's not playing. He's out. So that'll be Marvin Jones and Danny Amendola, which of two are pretty solid receivers, but they're not scaring me too much. Matthew Stafford actually brings the most fear out of me because he slings it and he'll throw it to anybody. They still got TJ Hawkinson at tight end. So we'll see what they do, but their defense, I just don't really see them doing much with Aaron Rodgers and this offense. And this is the second year with them being in this offense with Matt LaFleur and Pettin to go get that defense side back together. So we'll this week there'll be hopefully a convincing win for the Green Bay Packers. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons versus Dallas Cowboys. This is gonna be a high-scoring game. I promise you it will be. If there's not at least 50 points scored in this game, I'll be shocked. If there's not at least 50 points scored in this game, I'll be shocked. I don't even think that's saying much. Maybe 60 points. I think they're gonna go crazy because neither one of these defenses are that good to me. I feel like Dallas may get up early and then Atlanta gonna go crazy in the second half and it's gonna come down to like a kick or something. That's just my prediction on that. Next game, we got the New York Giants versus Chicago Bears. Bears came back last week and won that game versus the Lions, which is with Mike Trubisky. They made it work. Allen Robinson is a dog. He's a straight up dog, number 12. You got the running back, I can't think, Tariq Cohen, he's a dog. Montgomery, he's a dog. They got some pieces in that defense, man. They just, I don't know, they just don't look like how they I don't know what's going on. That defense, they're still really good, but they just not like smothering people like you think they would be with all those stars on that defense. So we'll see how they advance in the future. Next, we got Washington versus Arizona. Now, this game, I smell an upset. And I say an upset, I mean, it's only week 2, but I feel like Washington's defense is crazy. Like, freaking crazy. Like, their pass rushers, their DBs are fast. They just got a lot going on. But Arizona, they have the offense and the defense. Now, I thought about this game for a while, and I really feel like Arizona's going to win. But do not be surprised if Washington gets on them real quick and then they're just pounding them. I just don't see it. That defense is gonna do. They're gonna shake up Kyler Murray. He ain't gonna be just running around all lilly dilly and freelancing out here. That ain't going versus that Washington defensive line. Next game we got KC versus the Chargers. Derwin James is out, man. They got my dog Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. I like him, but he's more of a backup, just my professional opinion, my unprofessional opinion. I'm not a professional anything. But yeah, that's just my opinion, man. I don't know. I love him. I think he was a fun player, but I think just at this point in time, I just don't think he's making a shake. I mean, you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams. I don't think they have Hunter Henry anymore, but I'm not sure. You have Austin Eckler. But with that defense, you just lost one of your safeties. They went to New England. Not Eric Rowe. I can't think of his name. Eric Rowe is actually, he plays for Miami. I can't think of the safety that left the Chargers, but Derwin James is also hurt. And you have Casey Hayward, and you just picked up Chris Harris. So you got some tools, but I mean, KC just on another level. So they gonna go ahead and get that dub. They gonna win handily. Baltimore gonna beat the sleeves off of Houston. I mean, I'm sorry. Houston they first 2 weeks they got the Chiefs, then they got Baltimore. So hopefully the schedule light up for them. But Baltimore gonna beat the sleeves off of Houston. They gonna beat the sleeves off of them. Then we got Sunday Night Football. We have New England versus Seattle. That game is going to be good for the first 2 quarters, if that. I think Seattle's gonna pull away with this game. Only reason I say that is because New England doesn't have that many weapons. I mean, their defense is their biggest weapon, and now having Cam Newton, he is an extension of the run game because, I mean, obviously, he can, at any time he can zone read it, pull it, think about running, and then pass the ball or whatever. So it's always a lot going on with that offense, and I think they just re-signed Mohamed Sanu. They got Julian Edelman. They got a couple other just, no-name guys that they're going to have to make plays, but I just feel like Seattle just got too much going on. They just snapped on the Falcons. Now, granted, the Falcons don't have a defense, and New England does. I don't think this game's going to be pretty close unless there's some turnovers early. If New England can make some shake on the defensive side and then they start running the ball, controlling the tempo, this game can be leaned towards New England. If New England is close at the end of the game, they're going to win. But Seattle, if they win, they're running away with it. That's what I'm thinking. Monday night, we got New Orleans versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I think this game is actually going to be pretty interesting. The reason I say that is because Las Vegas has Josh Jacobs, and he's a bell cow back. Okay, he's going to run that ball. He's going to tote that thing. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to be able to control the clock for the Raiders. Now, you do not want to get in a shootout with New Orleans, and they just lost Michael Thomas. So Emmanuel Sanders and Jared Cook, unsecure hand, having self. They're gonna have to be the go-to guys as well as Alvin Kamara out the backfield. This game, I'm gonna go with the New Orleans Saints because I feel like they're better coached. At the end of the day, I think the coaching does matter, and I feel like Sean Payton just can't wait to show that he can make some shake without Michael Thomas, and Drew Brees is out there with a chip in his shoulder, just trying to. This may be his last ride, so I know they're gonna try to make some shake. And the game, obviously, that I missed was the Cleveland Brown versus the Cincinnati Bengal game. Obviously the game's over now, but I thought that the Browns are going to win that game from the jump. I just don't see nothing shaking with the Bengals. A.J. Green is past his prime, in my opinion. They got Joe Mixon. He's a dog. But other than that, man, they ain't got nothing shaking on their team. Geno Atkins didn't play. Kenny Clark didn't play, former Packer. What was they supposed to do? The game was close, but I think that's just more on the dysfunction of the Browns than anything that the Bengals did good. Joe Burrow's going to be nice, but I don't know. But that's it, y'all. That's my predictions for this weekend coming up. Freaking dogs keep barking. I don't know what's going on, but about to watch LeBron go ahead and win game 1. Since Giannis just won this MVP, he finna go crazy. LeBron finna get a 40-point triple-double. Mark it down. Go ahead and put some bets down on that. But yeah, with all that said, that's it. They're my predictions, man. We out.